Hey everyone! Today's the first day after surgery. It's the day of surgery. I already had it. It is like 10 o'clock at night. I was done with surgery by what time? 2:30-ish? 2?
No, about 11 you went into recovery. 11:30.
11:30 I went into recovery. And then they brought me to like the first stage of recovery. And I was super nauseous. That's the first thing I remember saying. They were like, what's your pain? On a scale of 1 to 10. And I was like a 0, but I'm so nauseous. Gave me anti-nausea stuff. And then I was like dozing off. But I didn't get a good night's sleep the night before. We barely slept the night before. So I think I was just really also tired. And so they were like, do you want to wheel over to like the next stage of recovery, which is where my husband, Joey, would be able to come in. And I was like, no, I want to stay here for a little bit longer because I was just like so tired. I just wanted to sleep. So then finally around, what time was it that I saw you?
And I came in, that was probably around like 2.
2? They wheeled me in, and the first thing I said, I was like, do you know where my husband is? I was like asking everybody that I saw. I'm like, do you know where my husband is? And they're like, yeah, he's in the waiting room. We're going to get him. And so they brought my husband in. They gave me ginger ale and Tylenol. Pretzels. I've been managing my pain with just Tylenol and Motrin around the clock, and they kind of overlap, right?
Yep.
Staff was amazing. They taught Joey how to do the drains, which we were the most scared about. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to say about the drains for anybody's significant other or loved ones that are going to have to do drains?
It was better to be expecting worse.
So it's really bad.
It's easier than I expected because I expected it to be worse. Yeah. But it's still like I want to be super cautious and keep it very clean and be very careful because it's still like attached to your body and all that stuff. So it's super weird. But once you see the nurse shows you how to do it, and then it's easier. So
anybody who's going to do your drain, just make sure that they were taught by the nurse. And like my husband's very good when he knows something, he knows it. So I was like confident that as soon as he was comfortable doing it, he was going to be good at it. You do have to mark down how much fluid is coming out of the drains on the right side and the left side. And that's how they gauge when they take the drains out. As of now, we're planning to take the drains out on Tuesday. So today's Thursday. Originally we were supposed to go there Monday, but the woman who was going to see me isn't available. So she's going to see me Tuesday instead. So I'll be getting my drains out then, and that is at the breast plastic surgeon, and then the breast surgeon is Friday of next week, so it's a week from tomorrow. The only pain I have is a little bit of discomfort from the drains, like where they're sitting and like it's like tight, so I feel like they're like tight to my skin. And there's I don't want to jinx myself, but there's literally no other pain at all. Much better than I expected. You feel pressure when you lift your arms, but it doesn't hurt. It just feels like, hey, be careful. Don't push it too hard. Same when I get up. It doesn't hurt. I try not to use my arms. Sometimes I do. But I didn't have all my lymph nodes removed because mine was prophylactic. So they only took the first, I guess, like one on each side for pathology to test it, to make sure that there was no cancer. But if you have cancer, it would be different. They would probably have to take more. And so your pain would probably be different than what I'm experiencing right now. So you're going to want to have your head, like our head is right now on an incline, and your feet slightly inclined. I just saw that helps, and it feels good for me. It doesn't have to be like severely, but you can get things off of Amazon that you just, if you don't have a bed that does it, that you just put behind you for your legs and your feet. I'll have them in my Amazon affiliate link if you want to go check it out. Our bed does it because we got it for when my husband had his back surgery, so it kind of worked out. Also, they never told me specifically to use an antibacterial soap the day before. But when I got to the hospital, they were like, did you use the antibacterial soap? And I was like, yeah, but nobody like they literally said that. They're like, have you been using it? I'm like, yeah, for the last 3 days. And when I was on the phone with the nurse prior, she was like, oh, did they say anything about antibacterial soap? And I was like, no, but I have it. And she's like, why do you have it? And I was like, oh, because my husband had back surgery like last year, so we have it. She's like, okay, yeah, just use it just in case. It helps with recovery. It helps with like bacteria and stuff like that. So if you have it, definitely use antibacterial soap. It just like cleans your skin 3 days before and the morning of the surgery. I used it.
But it's not regular like antibacterial soap. It's like a medical one, right?
Yeah, it's the chlorodyne blue. It's the same the mouth rinse that we use.
Yeah.
But the mouth rinse is oral. I did a video on that. I get so much hate on it. So this is the actual body wash version of it. So I'll definitely have that in my Amazon affiliate link too if you guys want to check that out. But you can get it at like CVS. I get to shower tomorrow. I have a bunch of like gauze and like ace bandage around it. Mm-hmm. Right now it's really tight. The plastic surgeon told me when you remove it, you can re-put on the ace bandage. It's annoying. Like that's probably what I'm feeling now when I say like, there's discomfort. It's probably from the ace bandage. But I have to remove everything except for like anything that's like, stuck like on the actual stitches. You don't remove that. Pat it down when you're done, when you're washed, and then put clean gauze on it, and then either wrap it or put what is it called? A compression bra on. I bought my own compression bra. 2 things that came in like extra handy, like could not do it without these, is the mastectomy pillow that I'm using right now. It feels like you have a cloud on your stomach. Like, it's amazing. So it just lays on you and your arms go in here. It kind of looks like the backwards pillow from like the 90s when like you would like sit and watch TV and like your back would be. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember those pillows?
I don't.
Well, it kind of looks like that. But anyway, your arms go in it. And this is what I used also coming home from the hospital on my seatbelt. It was amazing. And the drain bags were huge because they were clipping the drains on with safety pins to my robe. And my husband and the nurse were like, oh, we're kind of freaked out by these safety pins. And I was like, I have the drain bags. Like, I brought it with me to the hospital. So those were 2 things I needed at the hospital. I didn't need anything else. When I was talking about being nauseous, they said to do the spiral meter thing again. They said because getting that, I guess, fresh air, that's what your observation was, fresh air into your lungs maybe helps with the anesthesia, because they said do that to help with the anesthesia to get it out of your body. I didn't do it, but I was taking super deep breaths, and they were like, don't do it until don't do it to get dizzy. Like, if you're gonna get dizzy, like, stop. But I was just taking really deep breaths when I came home because I was getting a little nauseous. And then he made me homemade bagels. They were already cooked, but so, and I felt much better after that, and I slept. I've been sleeping for most of the day. I mean, I feel like I'm a ball of energy because I just got up. I've also been walking around the room. Our doors are shut because we have 2 dogs, and if they jump, I'm just nervous about the drains. So I didn't want the dogs in our room. I didn't want to be near them right now. So he's taking care of the dogs. He's handling everything right now, and I was just kind of walking around the room in circles just to keep, like, I don't know, blood flowing and stuff. We're already noticing a dip in the drains. Like, it's not as much as it was, which is really good. And my left breast was larger than my right one. So when we first did the drains at the hospital, this one had like 10, what is it, cms?
Milliliters. ML. 10
mLs more than this one. And I was thinking like, oh, that's because this breast was larger. But at this point they evened out, which is great. It's been 12 hours since I'm out of surgery.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is what I feel like, and it's been really great. Make sure you bring like comfortable clothes to come home in. This was what I went there in, just a zip up hoodie and some like loose fitting sweatpants would probably be better, but Joey's been helping me with like my socks and my shoes and my pants and everything. So you need somebody there with you. Anything else?
That's it.
I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck if you're going through this. It's not as bad as it seems, but maybe keep in the back of your mind that it is bad. And don't forget, everybody's pain tolerance is different, and everybody feels different ways around the drains and stuff. I think it gets to some people more than it gets to others. So just, take it easy, take your time. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. So I just asked my husband if he remembered the pillows. He didn't, which we established. So I looked him up and I showed him. And what was your response?
I had one of them.
I used to play video games with those. That was his. Oh yeah, I had one. I used to play video games with those.
You should put the picture in the video.
Yeah, I'm definitely
right
gonna
here.
pip it in. All right. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hang it up.
Hang it up.